following an argument with a woman that turned deadly. Ormond Beach police say 21-year-old Noah Amato ran over 18-year-old Erica Dane with his pickup truck and then just drove off, leaving her to die at the scene. Updates for you at least every 10 minutes in the top stories all morning on Good Morning Orlando.
Now on FM 94.1, still on FM 93.1, 107.7 HD3, AM 540, and the iHeart Radio app. This is News Radio WFLA Orlando.
So more on this story. We'll run it here because it's going to go viral, and we wanted to be out ahead of it. I'll tell you what, this is an amazing story. Again, as Alan off the top here, we're talking about Brevard County veteran school teacher Allison Enright, who's taught for years at Space Coast Junior Senior School over in the Port St. John area here. School board has fired her, not because she did anything wrong at all in the classroom, not because she did anything at all that she knew was wrong, or that is clearly, in my view, not wrong at all. How could such a thing happen? This has got to be fixed. She has been fired because she was injured at school. And this is not being widely reported, but the story goes like this. A student pushes Enright, who's been teaching for 35 years, so she's not all that young, down a stairwell. I don't know what they've done, if anything, to that student. That is not being reported. That we need to know more about. But she is injured. She's in a lot of pain. She gets prescribed some opioids, but she can't function on those mind-bending drugs. So she says, well, what about medical marijuana? A doctor says, I think that's a good thing, and sets her up to get medical marijuana, and which is now legal after we passed the constitutional amendment driven by John Morgan a couple of years ago. Medical marijuana is legal in the state of Florida. She takes it. She's able to function. She comes back to work. It's a workers' comp case, and she reveals in the course of that, when she is asked to take a drug test, that discovers she has the presence of substances from marijuana in her bloodstream. That's how all of this comes up. And then they fire her because they need federal grants, and they're worried they're not going to be able to get them because marijuana, medical marijuana, while it is legal here, marijuana is illegal at the federal level. So she has done something horrible here, and she is fired. I can't believe it. She can't believe it. Let's listen to teacher Allison Enright.
I do not smoke pot. I do not do drugs. This is my medication. I take a small pill in the morning and one in the evening.
But the school board said they had no choice. They had to fire her because of the reasons I just cited. And that decision is supported by Brevard County State Representative Republican Randy Fine. Here he is on this.
You cannot be prescribed medical marijuana. It's not a prescription drug. It can be recommended to you by a doctor, and you can take it, but it still is a violation of federal law. And so we have given the right of employers to enforce federal law, and that's what the school board has done.
Now let's listen to Vanessa Skipper. She's taken up for the teacher here, and they're getting a lawyer, and they're going to fight this thing, and I think they should fight it. And somehow they've got to find a way to win this and make her whole again. She needs to get this job back over there, at least in my opinion. We want to know what you think, but Vanessa Skipper is with the Teachers Union in Brevard County. She says Enright did nothing wrong because medical marijuana has been legal in Florida since that medical marijuana constitutional amendment was passed a couple of years ago.
They should have, when the law changed, when voters voted to make medical marijuana legal in the state of Florida, the board should have clarified their policy.
Absolutely. And it needs to be done, but she needs to be made whole. This is outrageous. And when you think about, Melissa, the initial offense here, and it's only in some media reports, not in most of them, is that she was injured at work because a student pushed her down a stairwell.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the student is fine, you know, maybe a little slap on the wrist, a little detention time or something, you know how that goes. Mm-hmm. But, and I want to know more, but Enright's out of a job. What do you think?
I'm sorry, but if they're not going to get their grants and all these wonderful things, and they're, the schools because of it, she's got to go. That's unfortunately the rule of public schools. If you want your money, you gotta step in the line, toe the line, and God bless her because she's got a great case and she'll win. Okay, and she'll never have to be a teacher again if she sues Brevard County. So, I'm sure that there are several of our local For the People who are already on the stick. Okay, but let the school board fire her. All right, they're doing what they have to do to protect literally their assets and future funds. But
what are your thoughts on this, gang? It's a heck of a story. I mean, I can't imagine how I would feel in Allison Enright's situation.
No, I get it, though, okay? I was relieved of a position before, and you asked us in an earlier segment. I was relieved of a position or not given a position, which I consider being fired because I should have had this position. I was due for it, but this guy was getting married. He was getting ready to start a family. And I'm a single gal.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't see anything wrong with that either?
No. I'm hoping for you to continue that. Please don't get your high horse up here. I mean, come on.
No,
I mean,
seriously.
so he gets the gig and you don't.
Right. Yes, and I continue, and then I'm his assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally outrageous. No question about it.
That was the
And
80s.
so is this.
The 80s.
And so is this. Where are you on the story as we have it out of Brevard County of one teacher, Allison Enright? What do you think needs to be done here? How does this get made right? Or does she just have to walk the plank and hope that she gets a big settlement somehow? Incredible. She wants to come back. She says she loves it. This school is her home. She's not happy with the idea that she may win this thing and get a legal settlement. She wants to teach these kids. She's being denied that. It is outrageous. I mean, it's just incredible what's happened here, at least to me. What do you think? 407-916-5400.